Aren't you sick and tired of it all? Why do you keep up looking card trick tutorials? This is why no one in your family... Well, here's a fun little control that you could use to show the ladies you mean business. Somebody selects a card with their dirty little finger. In this case, it happens to be the 9 of hearts. And you go, I'll tell you what, you push it in. You push it in all the way and make sure that that card is in fact going into the center of the deck, which is a lie because their card is actually on top. So what you're doing is essentially the movement known as a pass. You're performing this virginal move in order to control the card to the top while seemingly having them push in the card in the middle. Now, there are a bunch of passes. That was one. This is another. This is another. This is, I believe, another one. There's a bunch of passes that you could learn. However, this one in particular is just a lift pass. We're just lifting up the bottom half. Now, I make it look easy because I've never seen a woman naked. However, this is a very advanced move that requires the tutelage of the PigCake Magic Academy, the home of over 1,700 videos going over card stuff, coin stuff, everything you need to become the best virgin in your group of virgins. And I go over every pass there, every pass imaginable. However, we'll just go over this one briefly for the sake of the video. You're going to have a card picked, and here, as you bring your hands together, what you're going to do is your dirty little fingers of your right hand are actually grasping that bottom pile. Right now, if you haven't noticed, my pinky is in there separating both halves. And what I'm going to do is, as an afterthought, I'm just going to pretend like I lift up this half and go, I'll tell you what, you could push it in. That's what I'm trying to approximate. However, what I'm actually going to do is that my fingers are grabbing that bottom pile underneath my pinky break, and then I'm going to perform a classic pass. So right now, those fingers are bringing that top half underneath as I lift this bottom half up and over this original top half. Now you notice that puts me in position where now I could push this card up and tell them, I'll tell you what, I want you to push it in. Push it in all the way, daddy. And they push it in and you guys have a moment and then kumbaya. Yeah. But let me show you what that looks like with the card face up. In this case, you'd perform the move. You'd say, I'll tell you what, I want you to push it in. Push it in all the way to make sure that I can't cheat. Because trust me, I want to. And all that's taking place is, again, I'm just lifting up on that bottom pile, bringing it up and over as I push this random card that doesn't matter forward as I tell them, go ahead, you push it in all the way. But you do it as an afterthought. You coalesce the cards and you go, I'll tell you what, why don't you push the card in all the way? Go ahead, push it in all the way. There you go. Perfect. You're not doing it with overacting. It's just a natural movement. The action that you're trying to copy is, oh, I'll tell you what, why don't you push it in? Why don't you push it in all the way to make sure that I can't cheat? But really what we're doing is that we're sneaking a little pass in there. They didn't realize there was a pass, but you did it. And trust me, that's the only pass you'll be making at them, because the other kind leaves you in prison. It's not an easy move by any means. It's very complicated. It's challenging, and it requires you to have, I would say, complete mastery of a classic pass, which is a fundamental move anyway. So you might as well know that move and then incorporate this into your little sets so that now it just seems like they're the ones that are actually pushing that card into the center. Really, it doesn't matter because their card is on top. Again, I urge you to check out the PigCake Magic Academy. It's how I make most of my living in terms of magic production. And you get to learn so much. There are controls and tricks and passes and coin magic and mentalism, everything you need from my head into a subscription-based service that you pay for. But it's way more than the competition. Everybody else posts like a video a month. I'm always posting, baby. Let me know in the comment section below, what's your favorite type of spiced ham?